is now with the athleticism, speed and everything, agility, and put him in that triangle, learning that, I think we're talking about, I don't think it's a question.
Yeah, you couldn't.
I don't think there's a question who the greatest player would be. But to me, would he be better than Kobe?
No. And the reason I say no is because it becomes he'd be a better winner because the triangle is this. It makes you play, because I played in a Princeton. What happens with the triangle is this. I can't focus directly on you because it's UCLA cuts, right?
It's a lot of movements.
Everybody, the weakness moves,
yes,
and it forces us from really trying to guard you.
Yep.
So now I got to cut.
It gives you space.
Now everybody done moved through. Now I get to do my one-on-one, right? So because Bron is so unselfish, all this extra moving he does will have elevated his passing.
Tracy McGrady recently shared his perspective on the ongoing GOAT debate involving LeBron James and Michael Jordan. During an interview, McGrady spoke openly about how he evaluates basketball greatness and why, in his view, Michael Jordan remains the standard. McGrady emphasized that when discussions about the greatest player of all time take place, they should focus on dominance during a player's prime, performance on the biggest stage, and the manner in which championships were achieved. He pointed to Michael Jordan's 6 NBA championships, 6 Finals MVP awards, and undefeated Finals record as key factors in his assessment. He highlighted that Jordan never allowed an NBA Finals series to reach a Game 7 and consistently delivered at the highest level when it mattered most. McGrady also referenced Jordan's individual accomplishments, including 10 scoring titles, 9 All-Defensive First-Team selections, and a Defensive Player of the Year award. In contrast, McGrady questioned how LeBron James' career is evaluated in GOAT discussions. While acknowledging LeBron's talent, longevity, and statistical achievements, he argued that longevity alone should not outweigh peak dominance. McGrady noted that LeBron has reached the NBA Finals 10 times, but has lost 6 of those appearances, which he believes should factor into the conversation. McGrady also discussed LeBron's career decisions, including high-profile team changes. He referenced LeBron's move to Miami in 2000.
Championships, 6 NBA Finals MVPs, 5 league MVPs, never allowed a game to go to a Game 7 of an NBA Finals, 10-time scoring champion, 9-time All-NBA Defensive First-Team player, steals champion, former Defensive Player of the Year award winner. Did I miss anything? I don't think I...
Due to the absence of fans and traditional playoff conditions. He also noted that LeBron played alongside a dominant co-star in Anthony Davis, which reduced the burden of carrying a team alone. McGrady addressed statistical comparisons by stating that context matters. He argued that cumulative statistics accumulated over a long career should be weighed differently than dominance achieved during a shorter peak. He compared LeBron's extended career to Michael Jordan's shorter prime, noting that Jordan retired multiple times yet still secured 6 championships. He also criticized what he perceives as media influence in shaping the GOAT narrative. According to McGrady, modern coverage favors LeBron due to his active career and marketability, while Jordan's legacy benefits less from current media exposure. McGrady suggested that business interests play a role in keeping the debate alive. Additionally, McGrady commented on LeBron's influence over team rosters, often referred to as LeBron GM. He contrasted this with Jordan's leadership style, stating that Jordan pushed teammates to improve rather than replacing them through roster changes. Following McGrady's comments, the reaction across social media and sports media was significant.
Equalizer or usurper, pick whichever one you want to pick. Do you understand that Jordan is 6-0 in NBA Finals?
Yes.
Do you understand that Jordan was MVP all 6 NBA Finals?
Yes.
Do you understand that Jordan never even allowed a final series to go 7 games? You understand that? It never went 7 games.
I also know he didn't start going to finals until Larry Bird back went out.
Excuse me, 10-time NBA scoring champion, 9-time all defensive first team. You do know that, right?
Yeah.
All right. So in other words, it was LeBron on both sides.
LeBron James did not publicly respond to the remarks, which led to further discussion about whether a response was necessary or intentional. As the debate continues, McGrady has not retracted his statements and has maintained his stance. Ultimately, McGrady's comments have reignited broader questions about how basketball greatness should be defined. Whether the emphasis should be placed on longevity or peak dominance, finals appearances or finals victories, loyalty or adaptability remains a matter of personal interpretation. The GOAT debate continues, shaped by different eras, perspectives, and values, with no clear consensus likely to emerge. To understand why Tracy McGrady's comments resonated so strongly, it is important to consider the broader context of NBA history and how standards of greatness have evolved over time. Each era of basketball has been shaped by different rules, styles of play, and expectations placed on star players. Comparing players across eras is inherently complex, yet it remains one of the most persistent discussions in sports. Michael Jordan's career unfolded during a period where defensive physicality was more prominent and offensive spacing was limited. Hand-checking rules allowed defenders greater freedom, and scoring was often more difficult. In that environment, Jordan established himself as the league's most dominant player, leading the Chicago Bulls to 2 separate three-peat championship runs. His role as both the primary scorer and emotional leader of his team became central to his legacy. Tracy McGrady has often referenced this context when discussing Jordan. From his perspective, Jordan's dominance was not only statistical, but psychological. Opponents—
No doubt about it. He has exceeded expectation, and I have nothing but respect, profound respect for the greatness of LeBron James. But I have told you before, he never was, he never has been, nor will he ever be greater than Michael Jordan. It will not happen. 10-time scoring champion, 9-time All-NBA defensive team, undefeated in 6 NBA Finals appearances, all MVPs of all 6 NBA Finals. LeBron has 6 losses. LeBron didn't show up in 1 NBA Finals, which was against Dallas. Okay, that's a fact. This is a time we should be celebrating the Herculean efforts, the greatness, the commitment to excellence, the superb play, the statesmanship, the ambassadorship of all things that are LeBron James. This dude is something special. I will miss him when he is gone. The game should miss him when he is gone. He is nothing short of phenomenal.
Emphasized that LeBron has remained a central figure in championship contention for longer than any player in league history. McGrady does not dispute LeBron's skill or impact. Instead, his critique centers on how success is achieved. He argues that forming teams with other elite stars alters the competitive balance and changes how championships should be evaluated. In earlier eras, star players had limited ability to influence roster construction. Team building decisions were largely controlled by management rather than players. The emergence of player empowerment shifted this dynamic. LeBron became one of the most prominent figures in this shift, using free agency and influence to position himself in favorable situations. McGrady views this as a departure from the challenges faced by earlier stars, including himself. From McGrady's viewpoint, adversity plays a key role in defining greatness. He believes that enduring organizational instability, limited roster support, and physical wear without the option to change circumstances strengthens a legacy. This belief reflects the experiences of many players from his generation who spent much of their career trying to compete within fixed systems. Another component of McGrady's argument involves finals performance. He places significant weight on outcomes at the highest level of competition. While acknowledging the difficulty of reaching the NBA Finals, he believes that repeated losses on that stage cannot be overlooked. For McGrady, championships serve as the ultimate validation of greatness. LeBron's defenders counter that finals losses should not be viewed as failures, but as evidence of sustained excellence. Reaching the finals 10 times indicates dominance within a conference and consistency rarely matched. They argue that losing earlier in the playoffs should not be considered more favorable than advancing to the final round. This disagreement highlights a fundamental divide in how success is measured. One perspective prioritizes efficiency and perfection at the highest level, while the other values volume, endurance, and longevity. Neither approach is universally accepted, which is why the debate remains unresolved. McGrady also raises concerns about narrative influence. He suggests that modern media coverage emphasizes statistics, longevity, and accessibility rather than context and difficulty. With LeBron still active, his achievements are continuously highlighted, while Jordan's accomplishments are often revisited without the same immediacy. In McGrady's view, media incentives play a role in shaping public perception. Ongoing debates generate engagement, viewership, and revenue. Positioning LeBron as the potential greatest player ever sustains interest, especially among younger audiences who did not witness Jordan's career firsthand. Former players often express frustration with how their era is remembered. Many believe that rule changes and modern spacing have made scoring easier and inflated offensive numbers. While these changes have improved entertainment value, they complicate comparisons across generations. McGrady's comments can be seen as part of a broader effort by former players to reassert the significance of their era. By challenging the modern narrative, they aim to preserve the value of achievements earned under different conditions. LeBron's silence following McGrady's remarks added another layer to the discussion. Some interpreted it as strategic restraint, while others viewed it as confidence in his body of work. Throughout his career, LeBron has selectively addressed criticism, often choosing to respond through performance rather than commentary. This approach has been effective for much of his career. However, as LeBron approaches the later stages of his playing days, discussions about legacy have intensified. Every evaluation becomes more permanent, and public opinion increasingly solidifies. McGrady's willingness to speak openly may encourage others to do the same. Former players who share similar views may feel more comfortable expressing them, knowing that dissenting opinions exist even among respected figures. At the same time, it is important to recognize that the GOAT debate is inherently subjective. Individual values influence conclusions. Some prioritize